Hello and welcome to this webinar about the serial process in the MCO mode of SchüCal. My name is Jana Neugebauer, and within the next couple of minutes, I would like to show you how you can create a serial process by your own. Here in SchüCal, I'm already in the MCO mod, and I've created a facade with the system FWS50. And on the mullion, I would like to show you how you can create a serial process. You can click on the left side in the tree structure to the mullion, or you go to the 3D view on your profile where you want to create the serial process, and you can do a right click. If you do a right click, you get a lot of options, and one of these options is New Serial Process. If you hold your mouse on New Serial Process, you get different types of process. I would like to show you with a hole. So you can click on the hole with the left mouse. Now the hole is on your mouse and you can do only a left click on a position, or you can give the position when you type it in. So for example, when you want to have it in Z on 200 and in X on 25, so on the middle, you can type it in and press enter. Afterwards, you get a pop-up where you can define all the parameters for the serial process. At the first point, you can choose on which reference point do you want to create it. So on which page and on which corner. Before I decided that I want to create it on page number 3 and from the left corner. You can see here this green line, it's from the left corner, and in the section view you see this red cross, and behind page and corner you see that's always get from the section view. And the next step, you can give the coordinates. We did it before, so I typed in 25 for the X position, so that's okay for us, but we can change it here manually if we want it. At least we find serial process. Here we can get all the settings. So at first we can search for a type. We have 4 different types for the serial process. So the first type is first and last. It means that you can give the first position of your hole and the last position, and then you can give a maximum distance between. The second type is first and quantity. The third type is start and end. It's nearly the same than type number 1, but here you can say where is the start and where is the end. So for example, you can give the start or the end on a joint and not only at the beginning of or the end of the profile. And type number 4 is field by field. I would like to create the type number 3 with you together. So now I can say on which point I want to start with my first hole. So I can start at the beginning of the profile or on some different joint. Before I decide that the first hole is on 200, so now on that is 200. That's okay for me, but we can change it if we want. At end, we have the same option than at the start. So when you open it with this arrow, you see you can put the end on the end of the profile or on some different joint or to the beginning of the profile. For me, the end of the profile is okay. Then you can say, where's the last processing? So where's our last hole? So for me, it's 200 millimeter from the end of the profile. In the next step, you can decide what do you want for distribution. We have 4 different options: minimum spacing, window spacing, number of preparation, a process in the center. I will show you the number of preparations. So you can say here number of preparation, for example, 7. When you type it in, you get the first hole on 200, the last hole on the end of the profile minus 200, and 5 holes between this distance. If you get every values, you can press enter, and you see now on the left side in the tree structure the serial process. So you get a group that means serial process. When you click on it with the left mouse, you see what happened. I scroll a little bit back. We get 7 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you open the serial process with this small arrow in front of the group, you get here 7 holes with a diameter of 10 millimeters. If you want to change the diameter, you have to click on it. And there you find the parameters for the hole. So the depth, the diameter, and the angle in Y and Z. So for example, if you want to change diameter to 8, you can type in 8, and you get every single hole with a diameter of 8. Sometimes it's necessary that you only want to change one of the holes in the serial process. So for example, only the first one. Then you can cancel the serial process. You can do it when you do right-click on the processing group serial process. So do a right-click on it, and there you find the option Cancel Serial Process. Afterwards, you get behind the serial process Explode View. If you open it right now with a small arrow, you get all the holes by their own, and you can change the parameter at every single hole. If you want to change the diameter of the first hole, you can click on it. You see in the 3D view that is 200, and at the parameters that is 200, so that's the first one. And you can go to the diameter and change it back to 10. Press enter, and here you see now your hole has a diameter of 10 millimeters. I hope this webinar about the serial process was helpful for you, and thank you for your attention. Bye-bye.